sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it comes your way next.
Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. TIAA Bank Field. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Here's 2nd and 11. Completes this one to Gray. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Bradys, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in and year out.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lawrence now off the play action. The throw finds Evan Ingram. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10 from the 41. Now give this up the middle to Etienne. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's first down at the 41. Lawrence working from the gun. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. That's complete to Ingram along the sideline. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Justin Reed with the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Chiefs in a nickel set for this third down call. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Cam Little getting the call on fourth down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
First down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a first down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's gonna be caught by Washington. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's gonna change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. From the 18 on second down. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
ETN on third down. And he could not get there. They stopped him right at the line. Just short on third down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on fourth?
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're going to try with ETN. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 24. That's caught in stride by Rice. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
3rd and long for Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. From the 45 on 2nd down. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Another throw for Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First red zone opportunity now for the Chiefs. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, Mahomes. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Third and 4 coming up now. Blitz coming, Mahomes. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. A very short kick here from the right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. So we've arrived at halftime. The Chiefs with a lead so far on the road. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Etienne gets it on the draw. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it inside the 10. And he's out of bounds, just shy of the touchdown on the 2-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs grab the lead on their first series of the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Jaguars and Christian Kirk headed back onto the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Got a man, it's Thomas. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Now it's Lawrence. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On the run, it's Etienne. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. He's back to throw. Complete. It's Ingram. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Design bootleg here. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, well, you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Lawrence in the pistol. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking to throw. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Hardman with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Mahomes on 1st and 10. It's complete to Hopkins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 42. Finds his man Rice. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The Chiefs signal for a timeout, so that's going to be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw it. He has it at the 5. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Setting up to pass. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Reed now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's on the move. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Hardman with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Kelsey makes the catch. And that is exactly what they needed. A quick 1st down, and he freezes that clock. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. Breaks free in the center of the field. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Jaguars 21.
Reed now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Now a timeout, and there may be time for 2 plays here, Brock, but a quick short one does them no good. They gotta go for broke here. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lawrence looking to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that